Hi, my name is Wesley Scammell. Today I'll be going over three functions in my video. These will just be pretty simple functions that you can basically use to format or modify the output of your SQL queries. So the three functions I'll be going over today are upper, lower, and format. So I'll start by going over the upper and lower functions. So the upper function returns any argument that's passed to it, except that the output it gives will be in all capital letters. So it'll be used in the following format: upper, and then in parentheses, argument. So when you pass this, you could obviously put in a specific word, but the more useful way to use it is that you can put in the name of a column, and then additionally, if you wanted to, you could add a where clause that will cause the upper function to only act on specific rows in that column. Then the lower function works very similarly, except instead of making an argument uppercase, it makes them lowercase instead. So I'll do a short example using the customer table in the TAL database. What I'll do is just change the customer name to uppercase, and then I'll show it twice, once before it's been uppered, and then once afterwards, so you can see how it's changed. And I'll arbitrarily just choose customer number 260, just so it's not too cluttered. So as you can see, after we run our query, we have two selects that we got out, basically. And the first one is before we've done the upper function, and it's in its normal capitalization as it was originally in the table, with initial capitals and then lowercase otherwise. And then in our second select command, after it's been uppered, it's in all uppercase. And then just to demonstrate this a little more, we can also use the lower command. So we can actually just directly replace this upper with lower and run the query again. And now, so instead of having those initial capitalizations, we just have it completely lowercase. Then the next function I'll be going over is format. So what this does is it's a very useful function that allows you to change an argument into any of a number of pre-specified formats that are in SQL Server. So a couple examples of these could be things like a date or a percentage or US currency. And the way this command is formatted is that you write format, then in parentheses your argument, followed by basically a format code in apostrophes. And so your argument will most likely be a column, and then the format you'll have to look up, but I have a few examples here. So one could be, if you put C, it'll automatically format your argument as US currency, and if you put P, it'll format it as a percentage. So now I'll go over a short example here to demonstrate that. So here in the customer table, I'm showing, I've basically written a very short script that will show the current balance, the credit limit, and then the percentage of the credit that's been used so far for a given customer, except I've formatted them as dollars and percentages instead of what they originally were. So if I execute this query, it gives me balance as dollars, the credit limit as dollars, and then the balance over the credit limit as a percentage. And it gives me these because, as you can see here, I have format the balance column, and then C, format the credit limit column, and then C, and then the balance column over the credit limit column, and then P for percentage. And if I were to run this again without the format function, it would give me these same numbers, except they would be in completely plain numbers without dollar signs, without decimals, and without percentages. And that will conclude this lesson.